Well, happy Tuesday. Okay, guys, we're going to do one-step equations. I think you know what is coming next. You need to get your composition book and a pencil, take some notes. We have saved the easiest for the last. One-step equations with division. Yes, this really isn't difficult, and y'all are doing a great job showing the steps. And so we're just going to quickly review the integer rules again, because you will have some integers on there and some decimals. So integer rules for multiplication and division, same sign, positive. So these are multiplication, but if you have division, let's say you have negative 24 divided by negative 3. If it's the same sign, the answer is going to be positive. Here, these are the same sign, so it's positive. Different sign, the answer is going to be negative. So we have negative 35 divided by positive 7. The answer is going to be negative 5. Different signs, the answer is always a negative. Different signs, always a negative. You've got to remember that. Okay, so this is our first one. I need you to write this on your paper. N divided by 7 equals 6. Yes, it does look a little like a fraction because a fraction is also division. So n divided by 7 equals 6. You probably already know the answer, but even if you just put what the answer is, I'm not going to give you credit. I need you to do all 4 steps. So that's the first step, is just writing the problem. Second step, drawing your line to show these are two different sides of the equation. If this is n divided by 7, so this is division, the opposite of division, or the inverse of division, is multiplication. So you would do 7 times 7 here and 6 times 7 here. That cancels that out, because if you divide by 7 and multiply by 7, you get 0 or just 1. And so n equals, what is 6 times 7? Yes. And I'm putting this in a different color because that was one step to show me that you've multiplied. The next step is bringing this n down. N equals 42. You're circling your answer. Then, to check it, I actually want to see where you've taken n, which is 42, and you've divided that by 7, and that gets you 6. This 6 and this 6 match. Okay? Let's try another one. We have h divided by 4. First step, that's your first step, writing it down. This is division, so draw your line to show your two sides. This is division, so you need to multiply times 4. That cancels that out, and I need you to multiply this side by 4. Do you have to line up decimals when you're multiplying? No, you line up the digits. So you're lining up the digits here. And I need to see where you actually do the division or the multiplication here. So 3 times 4 is 12, 32, 33. And you go over once in the problem, so you need to go over once in the answer. So H equals 33 and 2/10, or 33.2. Circle your answer. Now, guys, this is where I really want to see your work, where you've done the checking. So H, you say, is 33.2. I actually have to see where you divide it. So if you just put 8.3 up here and don't do the long division down here, I'm not going to give you the full credit. So 4 goes into 33 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. Subtract, bring this 2 down. 4 into 12 goes 3 times, and you should have put the decimal there. Okay, so this 8.3 and this 8.3 match, and you've shown all the work here on your check. So yes, you'll get all full credit on that. Great job. We'll do one more with integers, with a negative. So this is n divided by negative 6 equals negative 102. So we have two negative, so my answer I know is going to be a positive. So just kind of remember that. So draw your line here. This is n divided by negative 6. So you're doing the opposite or the inverse. So times negative 6. Times negative 6. You don't have to worry about the negatives right now, but you need to know that your answer will be negative, or will be a positive. So 2 times 6 is 12. Again, I need to see all your work on this. 6 times 0 plus 1 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. So your answer is n equals 612. How are we going to check that? We're going to check that by saying, okay, this is n divided by 6. You just said that n was 612 divided by 6, or negative 6. So 6 goes into 6 one time. 6 goes into 0, or 6 goes into 1 0 times, so that would be 0. So bring this 2 down. So 6 into 12 goes 2 times. So this 102 matches this 102, so you know you got it correct. But again, this is my check right here, and I have to see where you actually divided it. Last one, guys, is an order of operations. And you remember the steps on this, PEMDAS. So you've got parentheses and then exponents and then multiplication, whichever comes first, or addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. So write this problem down. 3 plus 6 to the second times negative 3 plus 4. And I'm going to do every step in a different color. So parentheses. This isn't really parentheses, it's just showing that it's not getting mixed up with the times. That's negative 3. So we really don't have any parentheses in this problem. So go to exponents. 6 to the second power, that is 6 times 6, which would be 36. So bring everything down. Yes, rewrite it. You can do that. Next step. Multiplication or division, whichever comes first. Oh, we've got times here. So 36 times negative 3, 9, 10. So this is 3 plus 36 times negative 3 would be negative 108. That makes a huge difference, guys. Plus 4. Bring all that down. Next, we've got just adding. We've got 3 plus negative 108. We have a positive and a negative, so we actually are going to subtract those. So 108 minus 3 would be 105. So this right here would be 105, but this is negative plus 4. 105 plus 4. So we're actually going to subtract these again because this is a negative, this is a positive. So if you subtract that, you should get 111. That should be your answer for today. That is not true. 101, sorry. 101, and that would be a negative. Negative 101. I'm glad that you realized that, because sometimes teachers make mistakes as well. So guys, you're doing a great job. Keep this up, and I hope that you saw that you've got a test on Thursday. You're going to have to show all your steps to be able to get all the points, because every question is going to be worth 4 points. For the equations, everything's going to be worth 4 points. Let me show you what each point we're talking about. So writing it down, 1 point. Where you're multiplying by 6, that's another point. Where you circle the correct answer, that'll get you 3 points. Then where you show the check, that will get you the 4 points. So every equation on the test will be worth 4 points. Each problem with order of operations will be worth 5 points to show your work with that as well. Guys, we're available to help you. We've got Zoom meetings going on. You can also correct your homework so you can get with the classwork so you can get full credit. Email us, come to our Zooms. We'll talk to you later. Have a great Tuesday.